Ever found yourself wondering what happens after you say goodbye? You walk away from a relationship, and the silence that follows is deafening. What is she really thinking? What is she feeling? It's a question that has puzzled men for ages. Is she heartbroken? Is she relieved? Or is she just indifferent? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on this very question, not just through guesswork, but through the timeless wisdom of Stoicism and a deep dive into emotional psychology. This isn't about playing games or manipulation. This is about understanding, growth, and finding strength, whether you're the one walking away or the one left behind. So, if you're ready for some genuine insight that could change the way you view relationships forever, stick around. You won't want to miss this. First, let's get one thing straight. There's no single universal answer. Every woman, every man, every relationship is a unique universe of experiences and emotions. Her reaction when you walk away is a complex cocktail mixed from the history of your relationship, her own personality, her attachment style, and the circumstances of the breakup. Did you walk away after a long, drawn-out decline, or was it a sudden departure? Was the relationship a source of joy or a constant battlefield? These factors are crucial. A woman who felt trapped or unappreciated might initially feel a surprising wave of relief, a sense of liberation. It's not that she didn't care. It's that the burden of a failing connection has been lifted. On the other hand, if the bond was strong and the breakup was unexpected, the initial shock can be overwhelming, followed by a profound sense of loss and confusion. Her world as she knew it has just been turned upside down. Now, let's talk about the immediate aftermath. One of the most common initial feelings is a powerful blow to her self-esteem. Questions will start swirling in her mind. Wasn't I good enough? What did I do wrong? Is there something wrong with me? This is a natural human reaction. Our sense of self is often deeply intertwined with our relationships. When that connection is severed, it can feel like a personal rejection, an invalidation of her worth. It's a painful period of self-doubt. She might replay conversations, analyze every moment, and search for a reason, a simple explanation for why it all fell apart. This isn't about you, personally, being a villain. It's about her brain trying to make sense of a chaotic and painful event. It's a search for control in a situation where she feels she has none. This is where the ancient wisdom of Stoicism offers a powerful perspective. The Stoics, like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca, taught that we don't control external events, but we have absolute control over our response to them. When you walk away, that is an external event for her. She cannot control your decision. A Stoic approach would be to suppress her feelings of sadness or hurt. That's not what Stoicism is about. Instead, it's about acknowledging those feelings without letting them consume her. She might feel the pain, but she would recognize it as a natural response to loss, not as a definitive statement about her value as a person. The Stoic mindset encourages asking, what is within my control right now? She can't control you coming back, but she can control how she spends her evening, who she talks to, and how she begins the process of healing. She can choose to focus on her own well-being, her friendships, her passions, the things that are truly hers. Let's explore the phase of introspection that often follows the initial shock. After the storm of emotions, a period of quiet reflection usually begins. This is where she starts to process what actually happened. She likely analyzed the entire relationship arc, from the beautiful beginning to the painful end. She'll see the good times for what they were, but she'll also start to recognize the red flags she might have ignored. This is a critical stage of growth. It's where she moves from blaming herself, or even you, to understanding the dynamics that led to the breakup. She might realize her own part in the dynamic. Perhaps patterns she needs to work on, like her communication style or her own unmet needs. It's a time of reevaluating her own desires and what she truly wants in a partner in a relationship. This isn't about finding fault. It's about learning the lessons the relationship had to offer. And what about you? What is she thinking about you during this time? It's complicated. She will likely miss you. She'll miss the good morning texts, the inside jokes, the comfortable presence of someone who knew her so well. These feelings of nostalgia can be intense. But at the same time, if the breakup was necessary for her well-being, she'll also be grappling with the reality of why you're no longer together. She will remember the arguments, the disappointments, the moments she felt alone, even when you were in the same room. It's a duality of emotion, missing the person she loved, while simultaneously recognizing that the relationship itself was no longer healthy. Her perception of you will start to shift from an idealized partner to a more realistic, flawed human being, just as she is. This brings us to a powerful turning point, the moment she chooses to let go. This isn't a passive event. It's an active decision. It's the moment she accepts that the past cannot be changed. This is the essence of the Stoic principle of amor fati, or love of fate. It means accepting everything that has happened, both good and bad, as necessary. She accepts that the relationship happened. It was meaningful in its time, and now it's over. And that's okay. This acceptance is incredibly liberating. It frees up all the mental and emotional energy she was spending on replaying the past and allows her to redirect it toward her future. It's the moment she stops checking your social media, stops waiting for a text, and starts genuinely focusing on building her own happiness, independent of you. So, what does this journey of healing look like in practice? It often involves reconnecting with herself. She might pick up an old hobby she abandoned, spend more time with friends and family who uplift her, or throw herself into her career. She starts rebuilding her identity outside of the we of the relationship and strengthening the I. This is a period of rediscovery. She's not just recovering from the loss of you. She's actively creating a new, more resilient version of herself. Each small step, a solo trip, a new class, a night out with friends, is a victory. It's a declaration that her life, her happiness, and her worth are not dependent on being in a relationship. She learns that her capacity for joy comes from within. Ultimately, by walking away, you may have inadvertently given her a profound gift, the opportunity for immense personal growth. The pain of a breakup can be a powerful catalyst for change. It forces a person to confront their fears, their insecurities, and their deepest desires. Through the process of healing, she may emerge stronger, wiser, and with a much clearer understanding of who she is and what she wants. She learns to rely on her own strength and resilience. She learns that she can survive heartbreak, and not just survive, but thrive. She becomes the Stoic sage of her own life, understanding that while she can't control the actions of others, she is the master of her own inner world and her own happiness. So, to answer the initial question, what does a woman feel when you walk away? She feels everything. She feels pain, confusion, and self-doubt. But she also has the capacity to feel relief, empowerment, and profound growth. Your departure creates a void, but it's a void she has the power to fill with self-love, resilience, and a new vision for her future. The most important takeaway isn't about how to make her miss you more or regret the breakup. It's the profound understanding that everyone, man or woman, has an inner citadel of strength. By respecting her journey and focusing on your own, you both honor the love that was and create space for the new growth that is to come. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive today. I hope this gave you a more compassionate and insightful perspective. If this resonated with you, please hit that like button and consider subscribing for more content on emotional intelligence and personal growth. We'd love to have you in our community. Till next time, take care and be well.